Hey, everybody, and welcome back to StereoScope Rewind, the podcast where we talk TV, movies, and my recent discovery of the awesome butter strategy. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Amy.
It's a good butter strategy. I tried it the other day. He put it in, shake. Yeah, I went to the movies and I don't buy the giant popcorn, but I usually buy. If you're ever at the movies, they have this thing called the Kid Pack. I highly recommend this for adults.
Oh, it's like a variety pack.
It's like $8, $9 at the theater, and you get a soda, and you get a small popcorn, and you get some like gummy bears.
Oh, that's fun.
Like some fruit things. So I have my tiny bag of popcorn, and I dumped half of it out, put a little butter on the bottom.
Yes.
Put the popcorn on top. Shake. I was like, shout out Amy's dad. Shout
it's good, right?
Shout out Amy's dad.
I'm surprised you don't carry your little Trader Joe's dill pickle seasoning in your pocket.
Oh my God, you are blowing my mind right now. That is a great idea.
Have you put it on popcorn yet?
I have not.
It's so good. Okay, so for those who don't know what we're talking about, Trader Joe's, not a sponsor, has this dill pickle seasoning. It's like a salty dill pickle seasoning. I put it on some popcorn. Delightful.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
So now I have to try it. Now, do I have any popcorn? Now I have to go get popcorn tonight. Oh, geez. All right. Well, thanks, Amy.
Sorry.
Now I have an errand. Okay. Well, today we're doing another episode of Lights, Camera, Answers. Lights, Camera, Answers number 3. And we're doing movie soundtrack magic, we like to call it, or movie music, or soundtracks, or background. Just score. Just movies where the movie would not be the movie without music.
Agreed.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm just going to get right into it. Let's
do it.
Go.
What's your number one?
My number one is Baby Driver from 2017.
Oh, yeah. That's a good soundtrack.
That movie is just a giant music video with actors running around and getting shot at. And
driving cool cars.
Drive cool cars. I loved that movie. I loved how all the stunts were practical down there in Atlanta. They filmed that whole thing in Atlanta. I have friends who worked on it as stunt guys. I just the movie was great, and it was just the cast is just fire. There's just firepower coming out of that movie. So I loved it, and my shout out is to the music supervisor. Kristen Lane was the music supervisor.
Way to go, Kristen.
So shout out to Kristen Lane. Shout out.
Cool.
How about you, Amy? What's one of your favorite, or what movie? The music thing. Go.
The music thing. Go.
The music thing and go.
One of my big ones is Interstellar.
Oh. Why did I think of that? That's a good one.
We've talked about my love affair with Moulin Rouge. Obviously, I love that.
Yes.
But I'm big on a movie score and just the emotion that it invokes out of you and how you feel during it. I had this back in the day, MySpace. I had a quote on my page.
Was that on the interwebs?
On the interwebs.
Was that on the internet?
MySpace. It was like the only trouble with reality is that there's no background music. And oh my gosh, when you're in that moment and he's traveling across the universe and, he's sitting there and he's watching these videos of his kids and then they play this music. And I think that whole film, just fantastic music throughout the whole thing. It would not be the same without it. And I was absolutely in love with it. It was my first and only, IMAX experience.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to take that in for a minute. Amy,
IMAX is a lot. IMAX is a lot for me. It's a little intense.
Oh, okay, well, it's true. The sound, I have been known to bring earplugs to a IMAX movie.
That's smart. So it was a little intense.
I admit it.
So I told you that I used to take my little brother to the movies all the time, and I took him to see Interstellar, and he said, "Let's go see it in IMAX." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And as soon as that score started, I look over at my little brother. I was like, "Is it going to be like this the entire time?"
Right.
And he said, "Yes." But I fell in love with that film and its score. So love it. One of my favorites.
That's a good one. I like that one. Interstellar. Oh man, you're not wrong. Okay. Let's see. What do I have next?
Number 2, Jeff.
My number 2, Jeff. I'm going to go with, I have a few here. I'm going to go with Almost Famous.
Okay. That's a good one.
Almost Famous. The music was good. The movie wouldn't have existed. Of course, it was about a band and movies, but the way Cameron Crowe used music to like just set this tone of when it was and the time and the people, and it was just So I think Almost Famous, the movie and the soundtrack were amazing. It won Best Compilation Soundtrack
Oh, okay.
for I think the Grammys, and it won Best Motion Picture, Music and Comedy at the Golden Globes, I think.
Yep.
So people, musical comedy, it
Sure.
was definitely a winner. And the composer of the movie was Nancy Wilson. I did a little weird research on this one. I have
Okay.
names and everything.
Way to go, Nancy.
Way to go, Nancy. We love you, Nancy, wherever you are now. Thanks, Nance. Nancy's like, I made a podcast? Whoa, okay, sure. Copy that.
Man, I should have known
man.
who did all this music. Jeff, warn me next time. You're too prepared.
I got a little prepared on this one. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I feel like, there's so many scenes where they're looking. Camera crew does a lot of like looking across the room, people driving away, and there's always music playing in the background. And it's always perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Love
I know
it.
a lot of movies are like that, but I'm also a big Camera Crow fan. So I wish he'd make another movie. Stop making rock documentary. Come back and make movies. Okay.
Okay, so my number 2
Yep.
is Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Oh, yeah. That makes total sense.
Yeah, so kind of similar to what you were just talking about with Almost Famous, like that, the music and the scenes and the piano with the feather. And I always link, and I'm sure this is the idea, right? You link emotion with the sound, and then you think of what you're watching, and it triggers a memory and all of that. But I really loved the Forrest Gump soundtrack.
Yeah, because it's just so music's so important, especially in that movie. It has many eras,
Mm-hmm.
so each music goes with every era. So that's totally true.
Yes.
No, I love that one.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay.
What are we on? 3?
I'm going with 3 now.
Okay.
The next one was La La Land.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And that one, like that City of Love, or City of Stars. I mean, City of Stars. Like it just you just hear it. You hear it. You know exactly what it is. You just know exactly what it is. City of Stars, and you're just like, and they do it all throughout the movie. They kind of plunk on the piano, and the orchestra does it, and they dance to it. Like, yeah.
Fun.
So I have a fun fact for you on this.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
I love your fun facts.
I have a fun fact for you because of my research. I stumbled over this. So the music was done by Justin Hurwitz, and lyrics were done by Benji. I think it's Pasek, and Justin Paul. Benji and Justin did The Greatest Showman. So there you go. The guys who did City of Stars lyrics did The Greatest Showman, and we all know Amy loves The Greatest Showman.
I love The Greatest Showman. That's going to be, okay, that's my number 3.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Just trying not to be like predictable and put like all of my favorite musicals in.
You can. That's the whole point of this.
The Greatest Showman is one of the best soundtracks of all times, and it's all original. They did everything original. It's so great.
I know Benji and Justin. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I'm having trouble with his last name, so I'm just calling him Benji. Benji and Justin, they wrote most of the songs. There's like 4 or 5 original songs in that, and they wrote most of them.
Whenever you read things like that, or you see like behind the scenes, don't you wish like, dang, I wish I was more talented.
You're not wrong. Well, these two people, Benji and Justin, like they did a ton of movies. There was a list of like 8 or 9, and you'd know them all. And so, but The Greatest Showman came up as like their top one that they've done. But they've done, and it is working in Hollywood as long as I did. It was wild to me sometimes because you'd run into people in the business and you'd meet them and they'd be very nice and fun, and you'd be on set and you'd do your thing and all this stuff, and then you like go home and look them up and you'd be like, oh my God, like
that's cool.
Yeah. And I'm not talking just the actors. I mean, it's always fun to meet famous people. It's always fun when they're cool and they're cool to you. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie and be like, whatever. Like, I loved meeting people when I loved their movies and I could get a moment and say like, hey, I loved your thing, or shake their hand or help them with something. Like, it's fun. But to me, it was even more fun to meet like the crew, when the crew would just be like,
but yeah, it's a big team effort. Everyone's making it happening.
You meet like a DP, a director of photography, like you meet the crew members and the main crew people, like costume designers, and you'd just be like, whoa, oh my God, you did E.T.? What was E.T. like? Like there'd be days. was one of the few times where you could be sitting on set and talking to someone, and they'd be like, back when I was on the set of Jaws, and you're just like,
Jaws? We need a bigger boat?
What? Jaws? Tell me all the Jaws stories.
Don't you love it when you've met a lot of these people, but it's so nice that people that are so talented and in this industry, sorry.
That's okay.
Lay down. So talented and in this industry, are humble and just like love what they do, and it's not like a power trip thing. They're just love what they do.
I would say 99% of the people are. There's outliers on everything and everywhere. There's always outliers, but 99% of the people, especially behind the scenes crew, you'll just bump into people.
That's cool.
And then for years I worked in transportation, and you'd meet drivers who had been on like 40 years. They working in the business. They're like, yeah, I drove a car for this and I did that. I drove that guy. You're like, it's crazy to me. So
love it.
But I do. So shout out to Benji and Justin.
What was your answer? La La Land. And then
we
went into The Greatest Showman.
Yep.
Okay. Is it my turn or your turn?
It can. I don't know. You did. Greatest Showman. We just love The Greatest Showman. That's amazing. Wouldn't be the same with that. Okay. I have one more.
I have one more too. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. That's what this is all about.
Okay. Good.
I know you earlier. Okay. Behind the scenes, earlier, Amy's like, I only have like 1 or 2, and I was like, that's all right. We'll just keep going. All of a sudden, Amy's like, I got 9. I got 10.
Now you're triggering my creative juices, and I'm thinking about all these movies that I love. So
that's why we love the movies. We love the TV.
Yeah.
My honorable mention is That Thing You Do, starring Tom Hanks.
Yes.
That whole movie, of course, it's about a song. It's about a one-hit wonder. And so, of course, that movie wouldn't exist without music. But I was shocked to find out they had 14 original songs they wrote for that movie in the style of the time. So, that, like, literally, there's a whole album of songs that they just invented. They wrote for that movie.
Wow. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I love that movie. I could watch it right now.
Would we get taken off of things if we played That Thing You Do right now?
I don't know.
Well, maybe we should test it before we do that.
Well, we'll test that before we do it. But yeah, you just hear that and the song pops in your head. Like, and it's undefeated. It'll be there the rest of the night. It'll be there tomorrow for a little while. Doing that thing you do.
Yes.
Breaking my heart.
Okay. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Heart in pieces. Doing that thing we do. And we. Oh, I love that movie. And I love how Tom Hanks is just a slimy record producer. And the guy goes to Disneyland with the Marines. Like, oh, I could watch that movie anytime. It's one of my.
I'm going to watch it tonight now.
It's one of my happy movies.
Yes.
And ready? Fun fact time. Fun fact with Jeff.
Give it to me.
So That Thing You Do was written by a gentleman named Adam Schlesinger.
Okay.
And he also wrote he also wrote the song "Stacy's Mom" for the Fountains of Wayne.
Wow, okay.
Because he performed in the band too. He was in the band of Fountains of Wayne. So I just love that. I love when I found that out today. That the writer of the movie, the writer of the song "Thing You Do," was also wrote the song "Stacy's Mom has got it going on." So
sorry, now I can't get that thing. You remember when they play it on the radio for the first time and they're running around his dad's appliance store?
I just love that movie so much, and it's just such a simple movie, and the ending's great. And Liv Tyler and Styx, or Shades, and that the bellhop at the hotel where he's just Miss Little Fifi might be sitting in the dining room. He kind of pushes him over. Like,
go get her.
I just love everything about that. And I love how in the end they do all the cards and like everyone's where they're supposed to be. And,
That's a good one. I haven't thought about that movie in a minute, but you're totally right.
Yeah. But I mean, I know, and even their B-side movies, their songs are great. Like there's another one where they do the round robin shot where they're like zooming around. And, come on, let's twist the bear. Or they do this song and it's like, that song's a banger. There's a few songs in that show where you're like, that's not a good song.
I'm going to watch that tonight.
And then the Chanterelles, you hold my heart, you hold my cha, dan, 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 dan. And he falls in love with one of the Chanterelles. And he's in the back and he's like, I'm going to have to watch it now, I think too. I just love that. It makes me so happy every time.
Yes.
Every time.
Agreed.
Every time.
Fantastic. I love that answer.
And I love when he's like, let's listen to the man and the very nice camper telling us to sign the contract. I forget the exact line, but he's like
Lenny. I think that's Lenny.
Lenny's just like, what do you mean? This is a very nice camp. We should be listening to the men in the very nice camp. This is important. Yeah. Oh, so there's just so many great characters, so many actors. That movie is just firepower. There's so many actors.
So good.
So good. And that's what I got. You got it? Okay, you got one more? Can we get one
more
out of
more,
you? Let's do it.
But gosh, we just got so excited over that thing you do. I don't know if I can top it.
I know. I feel like we should have led with that one.
Jeez, no kidding.
Could have done like, all right, that's it. We're done. Next whole show is about that thing you do.
My next one would be The Social Network.
Oh, good one.
I think it's Danny Elfman. Oh my gosh, I hope I got that right.
All right, I'll look for you. Keep talking. I'll look.
But it's the whole vibe of that film. Just there's like a sepia tone throughout the whole film, and it just every single piece of music in that film is just it's the perfect accompaniment to what's going on in that movie. And I would watch that movie and just listen to it. I don't even need to see it.
Oh yeah.
Did I get it right?
No, it was Social Network, music composed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Reznor and Ross.
Gosh.
There's two names. But I think Trent Reznor is probably the main one. Because so Reznor composed his first film score, according to the internet.
Well, it's fantastic.
For David Fincher's masterwork, The Social Network, which is also a movie I can watch.
Yes,
anytime.
over and over. Mm-hmm.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I usually fast forward through the beginning scene because I just really don't like it because he's just so mean.
Yeah.
Gets what he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's
the
just
lighting,
me.
The music, the
music.
All of it.
Justin Timberlake's great as Sean Parker, just slimy as hell.
Yeah.
And then
wasn't Trent Reznor was in a band, right?
Hold on.
I thought he was in a band. Gosh, I apologize for I did not write down who did the scores of these films, so I apologize.
I did a little too much research. It's okay.
No, I love that you did. It was fantastic.
Oh, he was a member of Nine Inch Nails.
Nine Inch Nails.
There's two other bands he was a member of, but that's the one everyone's gonna know. Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, he's done several films after that, but man, that was just such a heavy hitting score.
I can just hear it in my head now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole where it's like ding ding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Yeah. Like you could play it and I'd be like Social Network.
Done.
Yeah. That's when know that's when a movie's great. Like Baby Driver, it's music that there's no real composure because that music's all music that's been fed into it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Almost Famous is the same.
Yeah.
La La Land, but like La La Land, that thing you do in The Social Network are songs where like if you told me, like you blindfolded me and you were just like, all right, I'm gonna play this note. What movie is this? I could guess.
Yep.
That.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're definitely right.
Oh, so good. Gosh, okay, I'm just going to watch all these movies this weekend.
Yeah, now I'm going to watch all the movies. I got Thing You Do I'm going to watch later.
Social Network. Interstellar.
Maybe La La Land. The end makes me mad, but that's okay. Everyone has their creative differences.
Gosh.
I watched Little Baby Driver this afternoon, so I'm good there.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, music does really make a film.
It's really, people always talk about the actors and what it looks like, but I swear, if you watch the movie without music or a TV show without music, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I saw this thing. I saw this clip on, I forget what it was, maybe YouTube, and it was a scary movie, but it was silly music, and it said proof that scary movies are only scary because of the music.
Yeah,
and it's like this big demon goblin thing.
Yeah,
it's like I was giggling the whole time, and it's so true. Like music just invokes emotion, and it can change the entire vibe.
100%.
Whatever scene is happening.
I agree.
Oh, gosh, I love movies.
I know I do too.
That's why we're here.
Now I'm all fired up.
That's why we're here.
Movies.
So that was our favorite music soundtracks / scores from film. I think we just did film.
I think they were just films.
Just films.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like The West Wing would be music for me, but that's a whole nother podcast. All right. Well, today we did the thing, Amy. We did it again.
We did it again.
Everybody, you've heard it before. You'll hear it again. Like and subscribe, review, Tell us in the comments maybe what your favorite music was. Maybe we missed it. Maybe we need to see it. Maybe we need to watch it. Tell us. We'll watch it. We'll talk about it. We would love that. Thanks for being here. And maybe you know what to do.
Please don't rip me apart for the Danny Elfman thing. I'm sorry for not saying Trent Reznor. Thank you for rewinding with us. Toodaloo!